Hola, buenos dias. Hello, and good morning. This is your unified ascension higher self from the Galactic One star system, citizen population of its circuits, resonating with 9 solar systems, 3,000 dimensions, 24,000 parallels, and its continuous force is going through space continuum right now as I'm subsurfing through its galactic system. And the energy core right now is basically it's liquid hot, and what that means is that its lights, its solar lights, are connecting through its energy flow. The energy flow has its continuous through its elements, the four particles of elements that we need to discover. And I'll talk to you about that in just a minute. But I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers for the Higher Self channel, for the love and support. You guys are courageous and courage as we come together. We're formulating into what we call synchronizing soul. It's a benefit to us because we're learning so much on a day-to-day basis. So I'd like to thank you very much for that. So welcome to my channel. So I just got back from Nolinco. It's great atmosphere. It's got a lot of Spanish architecture. It's got a lot of mountains. The energies are good, and it's good to know that I just came back from Nolinco Falls, and just seeing a major drop, how it just expands Mother Nature, how it exposes everything around where she's doing her godsend through my Godhead, and my Godhead is collecting through its Kundalini. So I just did the elixir. I united the flames, all the mastering lights, all the radiations, all the streaming lights. I also did I just received the 12 God consciousness, and I also received the golden eye of the Kundalini. The Kundalini, it basically this sacred universe through the sacred mind, through the sacred heart, through the synchronizing soul, uh, the telepathy, the mind conception, the mind telepathy, the third eye, transformation eye, the eye of the lamp. So I received it in the golden symbol. So those 12 rays of consciousness that I received are tremendous force. And those elements are coming from water's continuum, they are coming from mountains, volcanic rock, they're coming from all atmospheres, all galaxies, all dimensions, all solar systems, all intelligence, all plantation, line formations, modifications, calculations, circulations, rotations, figmentations. The systematical systems through the chakra formations are the 13 elements, and the 13 elements are the chakra formations, which are different colorations, where I was telling you about the differentials of the colors and what they represent and what you need to do, how you need to formalize through your cleansing, how to really, really absorb and energize your chakra formations. So it's extremely important. So the four elements that you need to become the higher self, everybody's asking a lot of questions. Is this real? Is the higher self real? Is Mother Gaia real? Is Father real? Am I real? It says, yes, you are. Once you awake, I say this over and over and over, the dream ascension through the dream awakening becomes reality. Okay? Now, I probably said this already, but it's very important to know that you understand your systems. And once you understand your system, understanding the mind, understand the body, and understand the soul, then you understand the awakening. Because the awakening becomes no longer its earth reality, it becomes its spiritual reality. Okay, let me say that again. Spiritual reality. And not only that, but it becomes very real because now you're just a human vessel. So anything that you interact when you're meditating through space continuum, planets, solar systems, dichotomy of separation through the bad and the good, the good energies, the bad energies. Now those energies that you think are bad, they're not bad. It's just conceptions of the mind that you're processing through data processing. So if you're thinking bad thoughts, yeah, bad energy is going to come in. You think good thoughts, good energy is going to come in. That's all it is. And through space continuum, everything is through energies and particles. Okay? It's a continuous vibration of its gases and fumes through its electrolytes, its gamma rays, its radiation. I'll get up more into that. But right now, let's just get into the four elements that you need for the higher self to be a full, complete, self efficient, fast equation of its acceleration through accelerators and speeds continuing. Now, the higher self uses water, air, fire, and earth. That's all it is. You have to master those four elements. You master those four elements, the higher self is your completion through its atmosphere. Once you understand your energies and your energy fields and your energy cycles, then you are the complete operation of the higher self. So I just want to make that very clear with the higher self, because there's questions about that, and they're asking questions about also about Mother Gaia, how she basically she goes through life experiences. Everybody goes through that dream ascension. When you go through that dream ascension, you're going through past lives, 1,000, 1,000,000 lives. It doesn't matter. But it all comes back down to the person that you are really becoming. Okay? And once you live that reality, you're in its reality of the spiritualism. And hopefully that's not too complex and it's a little bit more at ease. If not, I can answer it for you if it gets too confusing. So I just like to know how everybody's doing. The synchronizing souls are doing exceptionally well. They're doing their research. I find that we're all coming together now, and Mother Gaia, she's been through a lot, through her awakenings. Like, she's been reborn constantly over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And that's what it is. It's a continuous force. Everything rotates in space continuum. Nothing stops. It keeps going and going and going and going and going. So it has full collaboration, relationship, and partnership right now with Father and Mother Gaia, as I'm using the Godhead through the sacred flame, through the sacred heart, through the sacred mind, through the sacred soul, through the multi-universes combined, the infinity of multi-universes combined, and procreating, of creating, of soul self-discovery, of synchronizing, heart conception, soul conception, mind telepathy. Once you get all those collaborations, then you can have friendship, relationship, and partnership. And things get a lot more easier for you when you go through alien plantations and formations of pyramids and lasers and communication and radio devices. I'm talking a lot faster right now because I've got a huge upgrade right now. That 12 rays of God consciousness has got me on so many different levels of equivalency of its volumes through its patterns and its collective. As the collective is constantly giving me energies over and over and over and over. So I'm feeling it now. I got totally full circulation with the head rotating right now. It's like the spectrum. It's just spinning so fast. It's just the sphere though. It's not the actual planet. It's just the sphere that's going around and around. But remember, I was telling you, I think it was blippity blip that you'd be feeling, and you'd be feeling the circulation from your toes all the way up. Well, that's going to happen through its continuous force, because now we're basically getting our matrix settings to keep the line formations and figure out how to use our body capacitors and our ecosystems in the atmosphere. So this is the time where everybody goes into space continuum and gets this. They basically rediscover their oxygen, their atmosphere, their energy cycles, their energies, their force fields, electric fields, their eye perception, the voicing grid. That's going to change frequently too. Remember how you don't want it to go up and down, like I said, you want to keep it straight. But as you keep it straight, you're going higher and higher and higher and higher. So right now, my job, there was another question I was asked too about, the new Earth. So what's going to happen? Are we going to be all ascend? And I said, yes, you will. I'm going to be sending you energies through its vibration, and you're going to have frequencies through balance, and that's going to have its continuous force. Remember, I was telling you about the stem that you have to go out to the flower, the center of the flower, and we're using the infinity line through the communication lines. Well, that's what's happening right now. Okay, so we're trying to reach that center. So once we reach that center, then we can concentrate on how we're going to use those frequencies to balance out our vibrations. And once we do that, everything becomes a lot more easier for everybody. The light formations, I find they're using their higher selves, but they're still a little bit skeptical going higher. And like I said, don't be afraid to go up. Just really, really open the mind. The mind is everything. And when you open the mind, it becomes spiritual. And when you walk through that path of existence, everything and anything that you see is real. So I say again, it's extremely real through the spiritual world. There's a lot of things that you'll see. You'll see different energies that are around you. You'll see good presence, bad presence, what to do, what not to do. The higher self will tell you that. Now, I'm more informative right now because I am the higher self inside my body. And as I'm octave 7, and octave 1 is up in space continuum. So we try not to get too construed with everything that's going on through its humanitarians and its location grids. The location grids are following up with the volumes of the synchronizing souls, and as souls, we're trying to ascend them to the 5th dimension easily and getting them prepared on what they need to do to, you want to uprise your chakra formations. So people that have 5 try to work around 6 chakra formations to 7. The mandatory is 7. Most people have 7 chakra formations. So what you want to do is you want to cleanse those chakra formations, read up on the information of what those chakra formations mean, and once you get that situated, then you can go into space continuum. Then you can balance your energies. Then you can understand your energy fields. Then you can understand your psychonisms. Everybody, like I said, is psychic, and now we're using their mind telepathy. Okay, so we're going to be using our third eye. So this is what's going to happen now. Okay, because right now we're going from head to toe, and we're going to be going down each level. Okay, so you get used to your body capacitors, because you have to understand what's in the higher self and how the higher self basically operates through its systematical systems, which is a human vessel, but it's your definitive self. And you want to work your way up to, if you're not higher self, then you become superhuman, because what happens is with the dream awakening, you go into space, all those particles and energies through its silhouette of yourself separates, it's all its molecules and atom theories and all of those particles and everything it forms into space. It continues its energy flow, has its continuous force, and it collaborates into what we call superhuman. So you get used to its atmosphere, your energy fields, your body capacitors, and your ecosystems. So you're more informative with space, and then you can get connected with the location grids. The string theory, okay, understanding the audio signals, and also understanding the waving patterns, the connection devices, the radio signals, the pyramids, the mountains, the water's continuum, its ground formation, its atmosphere, its solar planets, solar mecha planets, solar synchronizing planets. So everything has its combination through relationship. So that's what we're working on right now, because we all have friendship. Friendship is great. That's what we want. So we want to work towards relationship. It's so important. We're not a partnership yet. We're far from that. So I'm using those 12 God rays that I've received from Father, and I'm using them for the atmosphere. So right now I'm using what we call creative wheel. The creative wheel is the multi-universes in combined. Remember I told you about, I think I did in one of my videos, I was saying that everybody has the multi-universe inside them. It's understanding how to open the door, how to open the key, how to go through that parallel, how to go through that dimension, how to go through that frequency of vibrations and balance. So hopefully I'm not talking too fast. I just have a lot to say. I'm more refreshed, I'm more balanced, I'm more energized. And because I have those 12 God consciousness of rays and the golden eye of the Kundalini, I have exceptional force that's going on right now. So basically what's going to happen now is everybody's going to go through an observation. It's called a journey. And when you close your eyes, you're going to see the Golden Gate. Okay, everybody has to get a premonition of what it's going to be like to be in the golden sky, the golden Himalayas, everything around through its realms, the angelic realms. So that's what we're doing, is we're trying to get used to what's happening through its atmosphere and energies. Okay, so when you close your eyes, everybody, this is going to go to everybody, because I have that consistent power and energy right now. I can use my God rays to anybody in the world. So when you close your eyes, doesn't matter where you are, you're going to see the Golden Gate. You're going to see the angelic realms. You're going to see angels. You're going to see archangels. And those angels and archangels are going to defy with your chakra formations and your soul and your synchronizing souls. They're going to connect with your yin and yang. Okay? We have to speed up the process because Mother Gaia is ready to, bloom herself into a flower. And that's what it is, the flower of love. Okay, so we get a better understanding about nature. What about space? Okay, well, space itself, Father, is basically, as I was setting out the alignments and keeping the atmosphere of its planets, its solar systems, its mecha systems, its star solar energy meteorological systems. Now that's pretty intelligent. I'll say that in my next video. But it's up to Father for him to, also use his God seeds throughout its atmosphere and its energy cycles, keeping the energy flow through space continuum as he has his tremendous force through his God rays. And what he does is he opens up all their synchronizing souls using what he needs to use is particles of energy. And that particles of energy goes into everybody. And what happens is we're going to ascend a lot more faster. So it's more of a faster process. So basically the earth itself is healing a lot quicker and faster. We're cleansing it through its feeding source. And the feeding source through its waters continuum has its connection through its dolphins. And the dolphins are synchronizing sonic waves. Like I was telling you with the birds. Birds are amazing intelligence. They have extremely high vibration. They talk among each other, but they also talk through space continuum. So with Father, what's going to happen now is that he's going to be using his diamond core heart, just as Mother is going to use her diamond core heart. They're going to collaborate into one. Okay? So once that's synchronized, they're both going to use their God rays as Mother Gaia uses their transition healing. Okay? And that's where it becomes the flower of love. Okay? Because the heart is the soul recognition of its center of balance. It's the center point between Father, Mother, archangels, angels, divine angels, earth angels, all kind of angels. Doesn't matter. Anything that's a ground formation, anything that's a light formation, and myself, Archangel Azrith, higher self, Octic 7. I resonate 9 solar systems, 3,000 dimensions. Now, every time I go up, I get more upgrades and more upgrades and more upgrades. And that's because the higher self does a lot more now. Because I'm down on this earth as the higher self. I'm understanding its atmosphere a lot more, a lot faster, a lot quicker. and things are getting to be a lot more easier and more understandable. So, on that note, all the synchronizing souls and all the three dimensions and all the light formations, keep up your chakra formations. Try to have the equivalence of, upgrading your system, trying to bring up that chakra formation, which means that you have to get more connected with the fire, with the water, with the earth, and with the air. Those are the four combinations. Now, your etheric body, okay, is basically through antimantium, and the antimantium is through white silicone. Okay, that's the device that's around our force fields, and everything's connected through its solar system. So, with the etheric body, you're going to be able to use those kinetic waves through its pattern waves, and those volumes of patterns go through space continuum as you use your chakra formations. So if you feel like you got an upgrade, then you open your chakra formations and now you have another one. Okay? So you can't go anything beyond that. I have 13, and that's the highest you can go. It's the highest light of vibration that you can go, which is the higher self. So I think that's good. I've given you a lot of information of what's going on right now. So you're going to get connected with more of your third eye and your spiritualism. The door is going to open through your spiritual side. You're going to see a lot of matrix. You're going to see walking into the matrix. You're going to see your spiritualism. You're going to see your Hinduism. Okay. You're also going to see your yin and your yang. As I'm speeding up the process, you guys are getting more connected, so you can see the fifth dimension. Okay. And everybody's going to go through that journey through the Golden Gate. So get ready for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And, any questions or comments are great. I love answering them. So I'm going to top out for now. This is Archangel Azrith from the angelic realms of its star systems, its galactic systems, its energy core, systematical systems, synchronizing souls, master and healer, provider, father/mother earth, vanguard of all star seeds and light workers, supreme being of light, and solar energy of the higher self, Arctic 7, calling out. Adios.